Hello everybody and welcome. Jeff Davis here, your weekly guitar instructor, your weekly private guitar instructor. I'm looking forward to bringing this lesson to you this week. This week we're going to learn a song called Sleepwalk by Santos and Johnny Farina from the year 1959. Now before we get started, make sure you head on over to that Let's Get Tuned video, match the sounds of your guitar to that video so we can get all tuned up. And also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I publish weekly private lessons every single week. Thank you for tuning in today. Before we get started in on this song, in this video, we're only going to be learning the chord progression to the song. What I'd like to talk about is something that's interesting about this song, and that it's in 6/8 meter. Let's talk about what that means. So what that means is basically a meter is measuring beats over time. Easiest way to understand it is when we're playing it in 6/8, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very common for this era. And by the way, the chord progression is as well. The chord progression is known as what's called the doo-wop chord progression. It's very, very common for this area to hear this, not only the strum, but also this chord progression. All right, so some students will ask me this question. They'll say, well, you're always talking about strumming down and up and the arm never stops moving. That's true, but in this case, since it's 6/8 meter, when we have everything divisible by 3 or 6, if we alternate, we run into a problem. We run into this problem of down, up, which throws it off. It sounds weird when you start with an up, or I should say it's not accented when you start with an up. So what we're going to do instead is we're just going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As in every video, I like to break things down so that you practice the rhythm first just by muting the strings, hitting the strings with your pick, and practice the strum. Practice the right hand pattern before you add the complexity of this hand. All right? Okay, so moving along, there will be 4 main chords in the song that I want you to learn. There's going to be a C chord, an A minor chord, an F chord, and a G chord. So nothing fancy with the C chord. This is the common C chord, the one that we've learned in other videos on this channel. C chord is the first finger down at the 2nd string, 1st fret, 2nd finger down on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and the 3rd finger down on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. The A minor chord is similar to the C. We just move the 3rd finger over. Here's where it's going to change though. In this song, there's something called the F minor chord, and guess what? Typically it's played as a bar chord. That's how it's typically played, but in this video I'm going to spare you a little bit, make it easy on you, remembering bar chords cause a lot of issues in our hand when we're having to switch them, especially at the beginning level. So what we're going to switch it out for is this version of the F minor chord, which we're only going to use 1 finger for, and it's going to look like this. Let's talk about that. It's using what's called a hinge. A hinge bar is when you take your finger and you press down the last segment of the fingertip, and that's all you're going to use when you play this chord. That's it. But what's happening here is you have to press down on the top 3 strings with this hinge. So you have to kind of ramp that finger and press it down just like that. So it will sound like this, right? Definitely a lot better than this. Doesn't sound exactly the same, but it's close. So the chord progression for this song is using 6/8 as the meter, or the strumming pattern, with the chords C, A minor, F minor, and G. Notice I'm playing G, the alternate G, with 3 and 4. Commonly you'll see this version of G when you're playing a chord progression that has C, A minor, F, and then G, because it's quicker to get back when you flip the chord progression around after playing this G. It's quicker to jump back into C. Okay, so let's try this together. We're going to play it slow. Remember, we're counting 6. 6/8. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to count 6, and then we're going to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, moving back to the F minor chord, of course you can still play a bar chord. As a matter of fact, I recommend it as a challenge if you feel like using some of the simpler versions of the bar chords aren't working for you anymore. Jump in and try to learn this F minor bar chord. But if you're at the beginning stage, know that this is a good ultimate solution for it. All right, so this ends part 1 of this video. I want to thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Next week, we're going to be learning the second part of this, which is the melody of the song. All right, we'll get to that next week. So thank you for tuning in. Let me know if you have any comments or questions, and have a great day. Take care.